Welcome to Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt. It's the start of COP27 meeting, and I'm Liz Bentley from the Royal Meteorological Society. I'm attending COP27 this year as an observer and to launch a weather and climate learning portal for the African nations. Let's start with the basics, all about COP. Well, COP is shorthand for the Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. And it's the 27th time that they've met, hence COP27. The last conference, COP26, took place in Glasgow in November 2021. And over the last 38 days, I, together with thousands of other runners, cyclists and sailors, have taken part in a relay which has carried a baton from Glasgow all the way here to Egypt. That's over 7,000 kilometres. The baton carried an important message from young people in Glasgow, calling for the world's leaders to provide everyone with the skills and training to build a sustainable world and ensure everyone leaves school climate literate. The aim of COP27 is to build on previous meetings and to try and keep global climate change well below 2 degrees Celsius and ideally below 1.5 degrees Celsius. The world is quite a long way off track for achieving this at the moment, and more ambitious pledges from all countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions are really needed. Over the weekend, official delegates from almost 200 countries have come together here in Egypt, with tens of thousands of other people from businesses, from community groups, scientists, intergovernmental organisations and non-governmental organisations, and also faith groups. Alok Sharma and other UK government officials have also been here. Alok Sharma was the COP22 president and hands over his presidency role at this COP. He's a Conservative minister from the UK, and his responsibilities include coordinating the UK's government action towards net zero by 2050. The Conference of Youth has been happening over the first weekend, over the last few days, preparing thousands of young people aged between 15 and 24 from over 140 countries who will be participating in COP27. COP27 has been called the African COP. There will be a lot of focus on new financial commitments from the wealthier nations and organisations to help poorer and vulnerable countries who are facing some of the worst consequences of climate change, and on the just transition to a net zero world. COP27 will also be an opportunity for us to find out about the exciting new technologies that are being developed to help countries and individuals around the world to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions and to prepare for the changing climate that we're all experiencing. So what does it look like here in Egypt? Well, work has already started on pre-COP27 workshops, such as one on a programme for urgently reducing greenhouse gas emission targets and the implementation. The negotiations themselves will take place in the Blue Zone, just to my right here, in Sharm el-Sheikh in the International Conference Centre. The aim of each meeting is to agree text that commits governments to certain actions. And the Blue Zone also brings together official delegates and observer organisations to share their stories at panel discussions, side events, exhibitions and cultural events. And over 25,000 people will have access to the Blue Zone, including me. There's also a Green Zone and an Innovation Zone, just opposite the Blue Zone Centre. The Green Zone hosts organisations that are promoting green initiative projects. And the building includes a fountain that's more than 5 metres high and in the shape of a lotus flower. The Innovation Centre is where the dynamic solutions have been showcased and climate leaders and cross-sector partnerships can come together to develop solutions. Whatever happens at COP27, it will have a significant impact on everyone in all our lives. If countries manage to agree massive greenhouse gas emission reductions, then we will start to see new, cleaner technologies change the way that we live, travel and work over the next 10 years. If they don't, then we'll see more devastating climate change impacts both in the UK but across the world in the decades to come. Keep an eye on the news to find out more about the progress that is being made over the next couple of weeks as COP27 progresses, and also when the important announcements are made at the end of the conference. If you want to find out more about COP27 and relevant resources for maths, science and geography lessons, please visit the Royal Meteorological Society's website or join metlink.org.